Okay, how's it going?
Is that boy?
Yeah. Oh, well, it was working. Okay, yeah, I got you. All right, so give me like 1 second.
Yeah, I'm just
to set this to
uploading the
public.
one that's just reviewing now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me open up some notes for you. Okay, shadow. Let's do shadow. 26. Private coaching notes. Alright, first VOD review. Okay, here, let me share my screen. Alright, can you see?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Oh, I can see your notes. Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm trying to like review my own games before I get them reviewed.
Yeah, yep, that's super,
This is
super
usually like what
helpful.
I'm missing and see if the process is good. I'm probably going way too in depth on some of them. Like, I think the
Maybe.
one I was doing probably took me maybe half an hour to review, so that's probably
Oh, yeah.
it's a bit too in depth.
Yeah, in my opinion, especially kind of, I mean, you're playing a champion where the mid and late game matters quite a bit, but you
Yeah.
can typically skim through the games. I do a lot of my reviews based on feeling. Any part of the game that has a strong emotion attached to it is usually a good part to look at, right? If something feels off, like, you probably fucked up. If something feels good, something went well, even if you didn't know what it was. If you died and it feels weird, like, oh, it probably went more wrong, that kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, the games have been cursed. That was like the only game I've managed to play today, and I was in top lane.
Dude, I had so many I was in my master's promos last night, and I got I got top 4 lobbies in a row. I was in queue for like 30 minutes. I got top
Yeah.
4 times straight. It's just not fun.
Yeah, but the thing is,
It's
like,
brutal.
you're in Masters, so that's like kind of a thing. I'm in freaking gold. How do I get off-rolled 5 games in a row, actually?
Just yeah,
It's,
made it
it's like
annoying.
crazy.
Do you ever build
It's like,
Everfrost, by the way? How do you feel about Everfrost?
I haven't tried it, actually.
Really? Okay.
I I know so the guy you linked me, he quite likes his Everfrost. I'd probably try it like with Conqueror because it's pretty nice in the combo because it counts as an ability, so you can stack your
Hmm.
Conqueror with it. But I haven't actually tried it. I really like the crown because it means you can just like walk wherever the hell you want. It's like, oh no, I face check the bush and it doesn't matter because it can't kill me.
Yeah, Crown is okay. I think Kassadin's one of the few champions that can get value out of this item,
Yeah,
but Everfrost
I really
definitely
like.
in some situations gives you some, like, Crown into Xerath fucking blows, right? Like, he's gonna just hit you from a million range away and you can't really stop it. If you have Everfrost and you ult onto him, like, he just dies,
Okay,
right? Does that make sense? I mean, how
yeah,
did Crown feel this game?
it did do like some damage blocking. It's just I didn't really feel like I got to fight much that game. I think
Okay.
like
Yeah, it looks like their
dude
jungle's
managed to
kind of
die
playing
11
again.
times in the safest AD carry in the game. It's
Yeah,
just
it's pretty
like,
rough. Um, Actually, we got a Jin game in here. I love it. Like, into Cass,
oh,
it's
that was so
interesting as
cursed.
well, because like her
Oh,
range
that
is
cast
so
was a
much longer
freaking
than her.
smurf, dude. It was so cancer.
Yeah, if you have Everfrost, oh yeah, it's a fresh account. Yeah. If you have Everfrost in this kind of situation, if you get on top of her, like, they can't move, they can't use their kit. Where, like, they'll be able to proc your crown before you go in, which I think makes it pretty not good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just something to think about. I would never build
It's
crown
more.
into somebody who outranges me.
Yeah, it's not so much I build it for lane, but for like late game on the flanks when you come behind them with your crown up and there's just like
Yeah,
unless they have a lot of CC that they haven't used in a fight, they can't burst you because of the damage reduction. So you just get to
yeah.
molest them.
In my mind, though, you can spike harder with Everfrost, and then if it gets to late game, you just build like Frozen Heart or whatever you need for their team, and you can't die anyways. Gargoyles, Frozen Heart, Force of Nature, like literally whatever kind of fits.
Okay.
That's the beauty of this champion. You can build so much like bullshit tank items.
Yeah.
Where's the Zoe game, by the way? Am I blind?
Zoe game. I don't know what date it was.
I can just look his name, I guess.
I think it was the 9th of February, if I remember correctly.
Wait, I searched for it and I still don't see it. I think I'm just blind. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, it was a little bit of an old one, I think.
Interesting. Yeah, 30-minute game. All right, yeah, interesting. All right, yeah, I'm excited to kind of take a look at this. Okay, what are you thinking? How do you feel about this matchup?
She's kind of cancer.
This is cool. I guess insight's cool. Yeah, she's like really not fun to play too.
Yeah, I think this was. I probably would go more of a resolve secondary into her now.
Yeah.
Just if I expect to be harassed. But I think this was when I was taking precision secondary because of the tenacity and the mana.
Yeah, the tenacity is stronger than the team.
Oh.
I mean, they have so much CC. It's not awful.
Yeah.
They got volley jungle, Furo top. Okay. Man, the team's pretty annoying, but I think if we're able to kind of survive, we have such a strong mid to late game team with the Cali and the Soraka and the Graves that I think we should be okay.
Yeah, I don't normally give comps that much consideration at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's
nice.
important in lower elo.
It is because it tells you kind of like what's a good or bad play, right? If you're playing Kassadin and you have a team like this, you know that you can kind of just sit mid and do nothing. But if you have an early game team that's going to kind of just leave the game if you guys don't win the early game, like you have to take electrocute, you have to be a little more greedy. You can't just let yourself get ran over, even if it means you won't kind of be the carry. You know what I mean? It just helps you kind of identify your job if you know how the teams have to win. And I don't think, like, it doesn't matter in the sense that you should play to kind of draft certain comps, because you can figure out your job and do it successfully with any comp, but you have to know what your damn job is. That's kind of the point.
Right.
Yeah, this matchup is just super not fun for the first, while. Anybody who crashes the first wave like this, I'm kind of just super excited about, because they can't really deny you a lot, and you get to be very safe. So yeah, this is awesome. I get a lot of confidence whenever somebody crashes the first wave like that. Chilling. Okay, casting lane phase is boring. Yeah, this is a wet dream for us though. I mean, obviously we missed a couple minions, but that was more just like mechanical stuff. You missed the Q. Or whatever.
Yeah, something I've been
the auto by
like doing a bit of CS practice before I go into queue every day.
That's huge. Yep. Yeah, that's what I used to do on Annie. Like, I wasn't comfortable like last hitting with her auto attack, so I would just warm up with it for a day, or before the day, and then after a couple months, like, should be good. And it just gets better with time as well, especially since you're kind of a one trick. Yeah, this is so good. Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Yeah, we're missing a couple minions, but this is still so good for us. The shitty part from Zoe is like you can't really deny somebody if you're just gonna perma shove into them. The way you have to play against these champions like Kassadin, you have to freeze against them. Otherwise, they just kind of get to farm for free. So yeah, this feels really good.
There's all the Yasuo matchups in like low elo pretty free because Yasuo's only have like one mode and it's just perma push.
Yeah, and it's like, well, okay,
like
you're just gonna send me
if
the
they ever
money,
like let the wave, if they ever let the wave bounce back and have the lane to run you down, they can just do some nasty things to you. But they don't ever do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, standing on the minions here, like, the only reason... Oh, the only reason you get hit here is because, like... just always be conscious of where she's at, and you know she's coming in to Q this. So if you just auto this minion and then step here, you're completely fine, right? Like, nothing to really worry about. But just standing on the minions a little bit too much, because that just gives her a lot of value with her Q if she hits kind of everything at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stand on these minions for like 10 years, then you click towards the tower. That's like a super kind of low elo move as well, because it's very common that like we just think, oh, tower equals safety, but really it's like, this is the dangerous part. Just put as much distance between you and her, not necessarily by your tower. So if you're just chilling in this pocket, you're so much safer. So much safer. And then, you know, that's when you kind of get the warded pixel and you get to just hard chill for the whole lane. But oh, that can burn you, because like the arrows thing where, you know, if their jungle's here and she's like this and you don't have vision, they come like this. It's hard, but then you just ward. I'm definitely more interested in the mid. Ooh. Yeah, she plays that pretty well, runs straight up. It's scary if you run into their jungler.
This is kind of troll.
Oh no. Okay.
I even had E.
Yeah. Why? Okay, I mean that's just a good rule of thumb. You should never like flash W. It's kind of like
Yeah.
It's kind of like Jack's W. Jack's W, if you cast it before he Qs, he'll apply the W damage on his Q. But it's just a waste of an auto attack, right? You're just perma wasting an auto attack. Just auto W first.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was in range to just water. But,
well, you get a free auto if you can just auto W.
Yeah.
Like if you can land the first audio, you can pretty much always land the W.
Yeah, because the W has like slightly longer range, so you might be able to flash W, but you can't always flash auto W.
Yeah, you will be able to most of the time. Like here, and what you do is you play with the movement input as well. So you auto, and then you click, and then you W, and she like, the amount of space put in between you guys is still pretty low.
You're like no health there. That's insane.
Yeah, that's really sad.
That's literally the W damage there.
Yeah, it's a little bit rough.
Yeah, I should have been watching my E anyway, just to see that I had it.
Yeah, or just let a Cali kill and don't flash at all.
Yeah,
that's the optimal play. But I think you just back here. Why do we stay and babysit this wave?
I think I was trying to trim it a bit so it wouldn't crash.
But this is pushing the other way now. Like really hard actually. If this wave is ever even at this point, like it's pushing really hard the other way, you kind of fuck yourself. You have to TP now.
Yeah, it's something I'm not like super good at, is trying to like know how much to trim the wave.
Yeah, just a kind of a good rule is if there's 3 caster minions here left over, like there were, it's going to push the other way. If it's even, it's going to push the other way really, really hard. You have to have a really substantial wave like this. If you trim this at all, it pushes the other way. It actually still might push the other way because these are kind of getting into tower range. But, I mean, just think about it this way. If you leave this wave here and you recall right now, they lose this whole wave and you'll probably lose half of it. You're still up there.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just like, even if it's not perfect, it's better for that. It's better to err on the side of having a bigger freeze than to trim it. Because if you trim it, like it's hard to maintain.
Yeah, because there's something that's come up in like the 1v1 sessions with like Eros. Would we normally like back on a huge wave like that, and it's just like there'd be too many minions and it wouldn't freeze properly. So it's just like,
yeah, it might crash into your tower.
Balance of it.
It might crash into your tower, but that's still worth it.
It's still fine because I have TP, right?
Yeah, you're still ahead.
Yeah.
Right, and if you're worried about the second wave coming quickly, like you'll lose 2 waves, you'll lose 1.5. Like you're still ahead there. And really, as long as you go even on the wave, you're still super ahead. She's down to kill, and we kind of get by tier and be happy. Into burst mages and assassins, null magic mantle is so fucking broken. I would, if you just buy null magic here, you can kind of just opt out of interaction for the whole game and you just chill. Like she can never touch you if you get null magic here instead.
It's something I do into like really rough AP matchups like a Syndra sometimes.
Oh,
But
interesting.
I really don't like building it anymore because it's not don't feel like there's much you can really build it into as Kassadin, like
Yeah,
besides map trades.
yeah. You just hold on to it. It's completely fine. Cause like if you buy it now, her full combo does, I don't know. It's like at this point it's kind of like 600 to 700 damage. Like it's a substantial amount of damage. So she gets you to here, and you're kind of within lethal, right? Which is a little bit scary. But if you have null magic, dude, you kind of get down to here or whatever. She is never getting you to here, right? If you're playing properly. So it kind of just
Yeah.
lets you opt out of interaction and not have to play the lane. Like you get to just cruise to late game. You can just hold on to it and sell it later.
Yeah, I used to like build mercs quite a lot, especially into like the major mashups.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's like I've been really liking the damage from Sorks.
Yeah, Sorks are super, super strong. But you can just hold on to it. And then, like, worst case, you sell it at 30 minutes. Super worth it. But now we kind of can't do anything because she gets one really good combo on us. If she has Ignite up, we're in lethal.
Yeah, it's something that I did after the game was because I know she'd just thrown her Q, so I was trying to like punish her while I was down, but
Yeah.
something I didn't realize until I actually went into practice tool with her after this game was that her Q cooldown starts when she first throws it, not when it lands or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Yeah.
So you pretty much have to, at like that point in the game, you have to get it as it's flying through the air or as it like hits the minions to be able to trade with her before it comes
Yeah.
back up with the E.
Yeah. When we talk about cooldowns, I don't expect people to kind of have cooldowns memorized. But what I do kind of talk about is like short versus medium versus long. And that's kind of this would be like a short cooldown. Just being able to kind of feel like long would be like 12 plus. Like these are your hard CCs. Long should be a G. These are like your 12 plus seconds. This is like your hard CC, your ZW, your fizzy, that kind of thing. These short cooldowns, yeah, Zoe Q definitely falls into it. These are like 2 to 4 seconds. It's Oriana Ball, it's Syndra Q, these kind of things. But yeah, as long as you kind of get a feeling for it, like yeah, this is still an opportunity to make something happen, but it's 2 to 4 seconds, right? So you're not gonna all in or off the Q cooldown. Well, you can
Yeah.
step up and Q her, or step up and Q, or like contest the wave, right? You can shove the wave, fix the wave if she messes up her Q, whatever. And the mediums, anything in between. That's your like normal trading abilities, REW, REQ, those kind of things. But yeah, just being able to kind of feel. It's kind of a misconception. People think that high elo players like have timers for everything, or like high elo junglers like time all the camps. No, it's fucking delusion, right? Nobody times the camps, right? It's just you develop this feeling over time. So as long as you kind of you're able to identify what the ability is, and you can usually tell even if you don't know, just based on, first of all, you see it a couple times. Yeah, she just throws Q all the time. But also like if it's a hard CC or like a fundamental trading ability like her bubble, it's gonna be a long cooldown. Um, or if it's kind of if you're not sure, it's a medium cooldown, that kind of thing.
Okay.
That makes sense. Oh, how do I get rid of all this? What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah,
It's a cool app.
if I'm like really tryharding, I'll sit with the champions wiki open on my second monitor with the
Yeah.
cooldowns on
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, I used to do that when I was first playing Trin Top, like back when I was in Platinum, and I would every game if I didn't know the cooldowns, I'd look them up. And I found I was able to just guess within a couple of seconds based on what type of cooldown it was at a certain point. Because like yeah, CCs are really long cooldowns. Just shove this wave, dude. You don't want this. This is
Yeah, the
fucking
Graves
awful.
really wanted
This
it.
is really stupid. Yeah, if Graves wants it, fine. Let him take chickens, whatever. You just shove this wave. You up a kill here if you shove this wave.
Right.
Bye, babe. Have fun at work. Alright, yeah. If you shove this wave, you're up, the 210 gold, the XP. Graves gets prio here. If anybody comes to this is really, really bad. Like, I don't like this. And you just waste all this time.
Yeah.
The higher you get, the more this game becomes kind of about opportunity cost. So it's like, Yeah, it wasn't bad, but when you look at what you could have had, oh yeah, it's really bad. Like, we are just jerking off in the river here. This is fucking atrocious. Like, she shouldn't be allowed to play this game anymore with the amount of space she's given you. That's what this champion does. If they mess up, you just kind of take control of the whole game and they can't play. But instead, you kind of just jerk off in river. That's super troll. Okay, this Graves is stupid. Why would he ult in between? Nice. Okay, he ults in between the Zoe ult. Like, literally can't hit.
I think it was his first game back in like a couple seasons from when I did like the OPGG look.
Crazy, yeah. It looks like it.
Yeah, he pings my like TP when he goes bot the one time, and I was like, bro, you can't just TP in the waves on the. You like a flank ward and stuff. He's like, oh, TP on the flank ward. It's like, I can't.
Ooh, I love this. Yeah, we should be able to kind of just chill, hard cruise for the rest of this game. Yeah, and if you're able to kind of just keep tabs on Zoe, like the anti-roam ward right here is super valuable into this champion. Oh, what are we doing?
I wanted to put the pink ward in the top bush because there was an objective there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, this just feels really weird. I wish we would just kind of be contesting the mid wave. It's usually much better. If you just see this, you just run right back mid. And if they collapse, then it's great, but...
Should have just let them get the Fiora.
Yeah. You were the most, like, interactive Kassadin player I've ever seen. Fucking crazy. Like, this is really good. And then here, you can go bottom if you want. Or if you pen your camera down there and you see that they're super greedy. I can't tell, but I mean, considering they just dove Soraka, I'm guessing they're pretty low.
Yeah, I just wanted to plate in base because Zoe just died, so I didn't want to be too far behind in tempo.
Yeah, that's the thing that you just look for, though, right? Because if it's a free double kill, you go down and the game's over. You just pen your cameras for free. Hey, Yuli, I appreciate the raid. How you guys doing? What's up, everybody who stopped by? Ralman, thank you. Waysome, how you guys doing? Hey, what's up? We're doing some VOD reviews. Okay, yeah, so we ping Zoe missing, good. It's pretty clear she goes bottom here. At this point, yeah, you pan your camera, you see that, like, Graves is dead and she's out of the game. Just please get the plate here. What is the thought process? So if you stay mid, she loses... Okay, so she already lost one wave, and then she's going to lose another one. That's already 420 gold, plus all the XP, plus any of the plates you can get. Like, this is just crazy. Even with the Cali coming down here, this still isn't worth it. Like, this is just... Do you see what I mean? Also,
yeah.
you know, maybe plus the cannon. I'm not sure if it's a cannon wave or not. But this is just fucking crazy. Kaji asked, am I sick? No, I just woke up. No, I'm not sick. Yeah, this ends up working out, but like that's the definition of a coin flip roam. That is super, because if that goes bad, like the game's just over. Where you
think it's coin flip though? Because we had a numbers advantage.
Yeah, but a Kali burns TP. You guys could have been winning both of these lanes. You guys could have gained like absolute control of this top side. You guys could have been winning both of these lanes. Like, yeah, I really just think that's really weird.
Okay.
Because even think about the gold. Again, you could have gotten, you know, 420 plus at least one plate. You could have gotten, you know, at least 550-ish gold. Plus top lane. Could have gotten about that much too. You guys got 2 or 3 kills. How many kills did you guys get?
2.
Yeah, so you guys got 600 gold. You guys could have gotten more gold and XP through the more consistent play, right? Plus XP, plus whatever they get top lane without burning the TP. right? So this is kind of like the question you're asking. Which side is more worth it? So not only does this side have the ease of execution and you cannot fuck this up, but also it's just worth more, right? In terms of the team-wide gold.
Right. So what I'm kind of taking from this is I should really be staying in lane more often than I am.
Yeah. It's definitely, especially because of the opportunity cost. That's how we think about roams. You think about, okay, bottom, you know, there's an X% chance that we get this much shit, right? And you just compare that, right? You run that number in your head compared to the guaranteed 2 waves, which is 210 gold plus the XP, and then you decide whatever else you get, whether it's plates, whether it's an objective on the other side of the map, whether it's another wave or a cannon, whatever. And you just compare these two things. The biggest thing that will make you better at this is getting more confident in the percentage you think the play is. Because if you think it's 100% chance a free kill, then yeah, you can go down there, right? But if you're 50-50ing a free kill, or if you're like 50-50 and you guys go 1-0, or on the other side you guys go 0-1, like this play is never worth it for the one wave, right?
Yeah.
Or if you're even coin flipping to 1-0 or 0-0, still never worth it for the guaranteed wave, right? Because if you run that situation 100 times, and that's the philosophy of solo queue, right? That's what I mentioned in the DMs, right? To get good at solo queue, you get really, really consistent, because who knows what shitters you're gonna have on your teammate, like on your team today. So
Yeah,
you just make the consistent plays that win over the long term.
I'm just really inconsistent as a person generally.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, the most consistent way is just wave first, minion first, mental. That was my thing for a while. Minion first, mental. It ends up working though, so I mean, we're still in a good spot. But again, okay, so like this is fucking crazy, right? Where's Zoe?
Not sure.
Okay, yeah, so we don't know.
Probably going bot lane.
Yeah, probably going bot lane. So what's your response? You follow the burst mage with no vision or anything? You know she's gone. Like, deny her first, and then you can kind of analyze what to do. I think you just deny her and then go top, and then you guys just win really hard this way. You know, like you see MF's not even there. Like, there's no reason. You just ping and then you deal with this wave as early as you can.
Okay.
Like, this is crazy. This is why it's important to know what your job is, right? If you're playing against Zoe and you know she needs to get ahead early, she's going to shove you under and she's going to try to roam. Well, how do you battle that? You don't follow the roam, right? Like, that's playing her game.
Oh,
and then we're wasting time. What's up?
Are you able to see like the notes as it's going?
Oh yeah, here I haven't checked it. I've been full screen. Let's see what you've been writing. Here, let me write down where we're at. We're at 15 minutes. Okay, and I'm just gonna jump back to these notes. Yeah, we missed the minions. You wrote it down. I mentioned that. Did well to hold my wave at the tower. Yeah, this is really good. I mean, part of it's Zoe being bad, but part of it's, you have some good trigger discipline. So yeah, good job. This is pretty grief. Gonna check that. I was gonna have E. Also didn't need to flash. Yeah, the right play is just not flash. Like, I don't know. People worry too much about getting the kill. Getting an assist just increases the amount of gold a kill is worth as well. It just adds the 150 gold. And if you or a colleague gets it, it's both. Actually, if any of you guys gets it, it's good. So like, there's no need to like flash for it.
Right.
Except the free, Here, and for this, I would just say it's better to err on the side of having a bigger wave.
This is as long as it's not like 3 stacked waves of custom minions or something.
Yeah, as long as it's not too crazy. But even if it is really big, and let's say like they have a good wave and there's 2 waves here, you can kind of say, will it end up crashing and will I be able to catch some of those, right? Because if it denies you 2 waves, but then you still get to catch like 6 of the minions or 5 or 3 of the minions, that's still worth it, right?
Yeah.
So even if it crashes, it's not necessarily bad. It can be, right, if it all dies while you're not there, but that's stuff you think about. Yeah, I think you have to TP here because you goof the wave. Yep, we talked about this trade. Kind of this trade is bad. I have to jump on her while she R's. Yeah. I think, yeah, just play. You're playing a little bit too heavy on the Q cooldown and not quite the E cooldown. If she Qs again, like it's a short cooldown, so you look to gain some sort of pressure, but that doesn't necessarily mean like a big bursty trade like that.
Yeah, it's just like she's never really uses her E unless I jump on her.
Yeah, which is completely fine, right? If she's gonna use her Q, then you can kind of fight back with the wave or whatever, but you're not gonna be able to kind of all in her there. Should I have nuked the wave with RE before rotating? Yeah, you should have just not been here. Yep. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Yeah, if you nuke the wave and then he's still going for this and they're still bottom, yeah, absolutely. Just ult over this wall and she dies, whatever. You guys get chickens, you guys get the red buff, whatever. But just deal with the wave first. The minion first mental. I think that'll be big for you. Yeah, that's a good point. That's something I didn't even mention, right? Yeah, you can nuke the wave and then do whatever you want. She would back off because I'm guessing she's not delusional. But yeah, if she doesn't and the play's still there, yeah, just go collect her. Instead of walking back when she Qs, walk up. Oh, is that exactly the thing I mentioned? Oh, it's a different situation. Different situation, but it's a similar idea, I think. Oh, no.
Yeah,
no,
like I could have been on the left of those melee minions as cover. When she goes for that, I can just hit her with the...
Yep, you can hit her with Q, and if you know she's queuing the minions, it gives you an opportunity to fight back with the minions. Because you know, like, what is she thinking right now? What's her job? What's she doing?
Shove wave.
Yeah, she's going to shove and roam. So if she's shoving and she's spending resources here, it gives us an opportunity to hit the wave back or hit her, right? If she steps up, you can Q her or whatever. But yeah, I mean, if you see her queuing, like, you can just fight the wave here. Yep. Let's see. Alright, we're getting pretty close to where we were at. Maybe I should TP top here. Yeah, by the way, this never happens if you guys don't make that coin flip play bottom. Yeah, no, I don't think you TP top when Dragon's up. It's a little bit weird.
Yeah, just because like after Cali TP down, Fiora got to hit the tower for free, and I had TP, so maybe I could have used it to...
Yeah, I don't think your TP is worth Fiora getting one plate.
Okay.
Especially with, like... okay. I think best option here is for crown, then fight for TP option.
Yeah, that was with the random.
Okay,
because like the TP was about to turn into unleash TP, and I don't have enough gold to buy crown. So if anything, I probably should have just backed there, bought crown, and then considered TP.
Yeah, and like you know Zoe's leaving, so just catch this wave as early as possible. Right now, like you're just wasting a lot of time if you know Zoe's bottom. And then like absolutely, yeah, you can TP after you deal with the wave, but holy shit. This wave is just sitting there. It's been like 10 seconds. Oh my goodness. Like if you're playing this kind of champion and they give you control of the wave, they don't get to play the game. Yeah, and you can TP now if you want. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
oh
that was...
my goodness.
That was really bad. It's like, I don't know if... there's supposed to be a setting where it like forces the gameplay whenever there's a note that comes up. Try it like the cog icon on the top right, I think.
Auto pause and come. Okay. There are no words for how troll that TP was. Yeah, if you ever have unleashed TP, just don't TP to a tower because you don't get the advantage of like you can't hold a wave with the minion, right? You know, they don't know where the wards are at, so like it's just a little bit more unexpected. Even if they see the TP coming in, if it's just at a weird angle. So yeah, if your TP is ever unleashed, just don't TP to the tower. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, this is valuable, this kind of wave and priority you're getting. If I were in this situation, I would go eat their whole top jungle.
Is it valuable if like 3 of my team just died in that fight because I didn't TP.
I mean, yeah, the TP would have been better, but you're kind of punishing in the right way. This is the kind of thing I want you to do, and then TP, right? I want you to deal with these minions first.
Okay.
If you're able to do this and then rotate and then do something, like you're so far ahead.
So punish first, then
Yeah,
rotate.
yeah. There's kind of like when we're ahead, there's kind of or when we're trying to win the game, there's a couple things you think about, right? Step number 1 is like get us ahead. Get us ahead. This is the part that we're kind of like failing at. Second part is destroy enemy, right? Or deny enemy. This is good. Like this is what we're kind of tunnel focused on, right? We're too tunnel focused on, you know, go for the roam here, do this, whatever. Step number 1, dude, like feed yourself. And then step number 3 is like fuck enemy jungle and spread the love, right? Enemy jungle and roam, like that kind of thing. Where you get everybody ahead. But step number 1, make sure you're at 10 CS a minute, 12 CS a minute, whatever you need to do. Which here we're solid, but we're just kind of late on it. Right? We're a little bit slow. Here, I think you just go eat his old top jungle.
Not right now. Not right now. You see?
Okay, yeah, this is fine.
Not yet. Needs to make some more cream.
Yeah, sitting on so much gold, just back and by. Absolutely correct. I mean, you kind of just are toying around. Like, there's a lot of just wasted time in this game. These kind of champions, I've been playing a lot of Corki, and it's kind of a similar idea where if they give you space to step into, you do not give it back. And they lose, right? They can't take it back from you. It's Zoe's job. Like, who's the pressure on in this matchup? Who's the pressure on?
Zoe, because she has to win early.
Yeah, absolutely. She has to win early, or she just loses, right? So if she gives you space to step into, she's lost. And then we're kind of just giving it back for no reason, right? We don't shove the wave early. We play her game by like following her into the river. What the fuck, man? If you know she's in the river, like if you know she's somewhere down here, and the wave is walking like this, catch it here, kill it, and then now you have so much time where she has to kind of sit under her tower and deal with everything, right? Don't like let it hit the middle and then like sit in the middle for 5 seconds and then you walk back in vision. Like, no, just catch it as early as possible. Make sure she gets punished as fast as possible and then kind of reevaluate what you do.
Right.
The earlier, the farther up you can catch this wave, the better if you know she's gone. Right? Especially if you know there's a good roam opportunity. Dude, what are you doing? Just go back here. Holy shit. Shit ward? Yeah, this ward's pretty bad. I think you just autopiloted right now. I don't know.
Possibly.
I
think we've seen I've got like a thing where I just try and stay on the map way longer than I'm supposed to. And
yeah,
just, like,
there's no
not playing my goal.
reasonable. Like, what pressure are you applying? There's no pressure here, right? Like, what? Like, look at where your team's at, man. Like, somebody's dead. Your teammates are under this mid tower. Like, somebody's top lane. You just get killed if anybody comes down here. Like you're not actually getting any pressure. This push is so much better if you just match it up with your teammates. Oh, look where their teammate decides. They all decide to go bottom. What a coincidence. That's good for you if your team is actually applying pressure elsewhere, right? This is tempo, right? If your team is applying pressure and they all decide to come bottom, great. You go back, you guys still win on 2 lanes, or you guys still win the other lane, whatever. If you're just doing this and everybody comes bottom, they get to come down here for no opportunity cost, right? That's kind of the next step for us, right? I think, what rank are you right now?
Gold 3.
Okay, yeah, I think we're getting to a point in the game where we're decent enough at like the basics, right? We're kind of, have you been plat before? Or what you had last season?
I didn't actually play last season, but like my peak before the season was like gold 400 LP, but I never really like put that much effort into a season before.
What's your goal this season? I should have asked that, I guess.
Well, I thought I was gonna hit plat soon, but Then I had this really rough losing streak, and I'm not so confident.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty normal for kind of win rates to do that. But yeah, I think plat is reasonable. I think you still have a good win rate as well. So yeah, we're getting to the point of the game. You know, we're kind of in the top 20, top 15, top 10% of the player base. The game's not about not losing anymore. It's about kind of what opportunity you're losing, right? This play is really bad because they can apply all this pressure on you and threaten you and whatever. There's nothing. They're not losing anything, right? It's kind of the same reason like that roam was weird, because the opportunity you lose mid and top is not worth you guys all going bottom, right? It's kind of not that the play turned out bad, but the things you could have been doing with that time, the other plays you could have been setting up, the other things you could have been getting control of are worth so much more that you look kind of like a fool in hindsight, right?
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of that next step, right? We're good with the fundamental stuff, but now what are you losing with the time you're spending? Oh, and crowned its procs. I hate this item. I wonder what she has. I've been hitting tab. I would
checked
just look
some
mid
point.
here. Yeah. I mean, your champion's so good at rotating, you just keep checking mid, and if they look like they're doing something dumb, you just ult your way over there and they all die. Yeah, but you don't see anything. Kind of blind. Yeah, I think we definitely don't pan our camera enough. I think you look at your minimap a lot, which is why you kind of move here, but the minimap should only be the beginning. The minimap should kind of be the trigger to pan your camera.
Right.
And ideally, you do it with F keys or some sort of keybind, but you don't have to.
Yeah, I've got a few. I just haven't gotten to the point where I start using them properly.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be big. In the early game, it's just like the more opportunity you look for, the more you'll see. You'll just see some free roams. But like in that situation, when a Cali went in, if you pan your camera, who knows, that could have been just a game-winning play.
I don't know how they knew I was there, because I literally just swept that.
They probably just wanted the blue buff.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I remember, the Zillion was the Smurf as well. See, I had him in like my last team, and he freaking popped off, and now I had him on the other team. Like the supports between the two games swapped.
Interesting. Yeah. Support diff, I guess.
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing about this game at this point is we're not really gonna win the side with the Fiora, so yeah, we're just looking to make these good out rotate plays. This is huge. This is huge for you guys. Oh wait, what was the thing? You're saying just go top?
Yeah, like the wave was right there.
It's maybe okay. Again, the tempo of backing is much like it's very underrated, being able to match the pressure with your teammates. It makes the entire game easy, and you miss out one minion for not going there, right? Like that's a bad note.
Okay.
You missed out one melee minion at 22 minutes. You can wrap it up, dude. And now that they're top, they actually are losing other stuff on their teams on the map, except your Graves, because your Graves is a little bit of an enter. And this guy should die. Nice. You're taking so much damage.
Yeah, Israel was a little bit fed.
Yeah, I just can't imagine why you're just walking in this really long straight line right at Ezreal. I mean, maybe you're trying to set up like an R flash or something. What are you thinking here? Do you remember?
Yeah, I was looking for it. I go back to have another look now, but I kind of scuff it up. I probably
Yeah.
could have got him here.
Yeah, you could have flashed on them if you wanted to, but just the whole like walking on this line and like not moving at all and staying in vision the whole time makes it really easy for, you know, this to happen.
Yeah.
And you kind of get chunked out. Your champion, like these kind of flanking, kind of assassin-y, bursty type champions, if you're out of vision, you're applying so much more pressure than if you are in vision. So I would have just preferred you just walk this way, or you just ult over this wall early and you kind of just sit on this guy. And then if they walk in, they die, or you got just secure the kill. This is just really weird. Does that make sense? That kind of just standing in vision is bad. Kind of removes all your flank ability. And you almost die. I wonder how close that bomb would have gotten you without Raka. Oh! Yeah.
That's so sad. It was 4 stacked ult and she flashed as I did it.
Yeah, just R flash Ezreal here. Yep, that's kind of what I was thinking. Or that's what I was thinking back here. Here, since you're out of vision, you can actually just wait till he steps up. Like you are in an amazing spot. Right? Like Zoe flashes this way. Well, Zoe's up here. Your team can handle the Zoe. This guy has to walk up or Zoe dies. You just wait. Right? You just wait and then he steps up and then you ultimately dies. Being out of vision is so powerful because you get to decide if just Zoe dies or if both of them die here. But instead, you kind of pick to play the fight out in a really weird way. I would have ulted on him, dude. You were so scared.
You think I should have just gone for it?
Yeah, I would have ulted right here.
Because I only had like RE. I'm not sure if that kills him.
Yeah, so I don't think you kill him, but I think it's a lot easier for you to play around the Qs and everything. And your W and Q are up in 2 seconds and he dies. Yeah, I would have R'd right here. RE, and then he starts to click away. You kind of click around, and then you WQ when it's up. Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, you actually, that's really upsetting to watch. This play is almost so good. Yeah, now if Zoe goes in, I guess actually Akali dies, so that's cute, isn't she? Either way, if you play this slower, you kind of run this fight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something I've been noticing even in the review I was doing now. I sometimes try to rush things.
Mm-hmm.
And I normally int for it.
Yeah, rushing things as this kind of champion. Like when in doubt, when you're playing an assassin or just anybody who likes to flank, just wait for the better flank. Yeah, our team definitely inted a little bit this game. Although we did not help facilitate them not dying. Yeah, it's a little deep. The advantage to your kind of wave clear is that you're able to create consistent mana advantages because they have to respond to you. If they have to respond to you, then you just deal with the wave and then you leave and then they have to go to the wave and then you have like an advantage of some sort. Kind of just ulting into their whole team is pretty fucking weird.
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you write here? Yeah. Your team killed. Yeah, and it's not even... At this point, we're not even thinking about the farm you're getting. We're thinking about the pressure you're applying. This kind of champion... Like the farm is just leading. I don't give a fuck about the 3 melee minions up there. But if they have to answer this, or they lose all of these objectives, and then you out-rotate whoever shows up there, that's the beauty of this champion mid and late game. There's just so much wasted time. So much wasted time. And they get the dragon and we can't do anything. At this point, the game's over. Right? And, you know, it's not completely on us, but holy shit, we did some weird things and we wasted a lot of time. So let me just, I'm going to try to collect my thoughts and write down kind of the biggest things. The biggest things, like, be able to know how each team wins, right? Win cons. And then know how each laner wins, right? Especially in your own lane. If Zoe excels at roaming and she gets the shove, you can't like, or just regardless, right? You can't match that and play her game, right? She's going to win that if you just play her game.
Yeah. Like I know that for like some champs, like I'd never follow roam Italian because that's just like suicide. But
yeah, and so maybe we just don't know what Zoe does, but she does the same thing, right? She has to get ahead early and she has to roam a lot, or she's fucking useless. Like all she becomes is kind of a sleep bot late game.
right.
So yeah, like you just can't do that. Your game is like make her respond to you if you get to move first, if you can kind of gain control of the wave state, if you can make sure she's down a bajillion XP and she's not able to roam, you win, right? If you're able to deny the interaction, you win in this matchup, which you can do. It's a lot easier if you buy Null Magic, which I'm just gonna write as a little note. Null Magic is super broken to sit on into bursty champions. So it's like assassins like Fizz or burst mages. If I'm playing Annie and you buy Null Magic or Sorks into me, I just want to quit and die forever. It's just I cannot play the game. I don't ever get to do what I want to do. And then you get to just sit and deny the interaction. I don't get to force any plays. And then you just sit there like, all right, dude, I'll see you at 16. Right? It's just like, it's just not fun. So if you know your job is to kind of deny the interaction, buy things that allow you to kind of step into the space, right? And that's kind of another, this is such an abstract thing to say, but if they give you space, don't give it back, right? So, I mean, this doesn't like really mean anything concrete, but it's just kind of, she would keep just leaving at these awkward times, and then you would like leave with her or recall at weird times, or not recall, where you could have just like shoved early and then applied pressure and then reevaluated, right?
Right.
A lot of wasted time, a lot of like bad tempo, weird backs, overstaying, understaying, that kind of thing. And then like not knowing how we have to approach this game to win it. Like, how do you tell if you're winning this lane or not? How do you tell if we win this lane or not? And now, I know we talked about it a bunch now, but how can you tell if you're making a winning or play, like a winning or losing play into Zoe? Like, you kind of have to ask yourself, was she able to do her job? Well, that's the question you ask in anybody. Was she able to do her job? In this matchup, it's, was she able to roam and kind of beat us out of lane? If not, we're winning, right? Were we able to keep her in lane and maintain high income, right? Does that make sense?
Right. Do you think I can keep her in lane though?
I think that
she
you
just
can do
leave.
a better job to kind of incentivize, to show her that if she leaves, she's like not coming out on top, right?
Right.
And that
So,
just
like,
means
smack the tower,
responding
like,
to her
when-
faster. Or
Yeah.
just like if you know she left and there's a wave coming, catch the wave as early as possible and then reevaluate with what you do, rather than wait 15 seconds and now she gets to catch the wave to come back. So she got to roam off for free, right? You have to punish what she does. And if she knows that you're there and you're going to pounce on any space you give her, she's not going to be very keen to leave at that point. Because she's like, well, if I leave and this roam doesn't go well, I lose the game, right? Like that's kind of the position you have to put people in. If they give you space, like take it. So that's how you know. Was she able, like, if you look back at this game and you say, was she able to roam and her roams are worth it, and we weren't able to get something like of equal or better, then we lost the lane. Like that's kind of how you can think about it. In different lanes, it's different, right? Some champions can't roam as much. Some champions doesn't matter as much. But in this kind of matchup, that's how you think about it. She really shouldn't be able to kill you in this matchup. if you're playing this properly, between your Q and a null magic if you really want. The mobility you have, there's no reason you should be able to kill you. The way that we handle this is we make sure to punish her as early as possible for misplay. That's kind of what these scaling champions do. They just say, if you don't play perfectly, you're going to lose. So things that she did was like, you know, using resources on the wave. Our mistake was standing on the wave and getting hit by the Q as well. But really what we could have done was either, you know, do a small trade with her. Like, I don't think you can ever jump into her if her sleep is up. But otherwise, we can then also use resources on the wave, right?
Yeah. I think I can jump if her sleep is up if I do it as her Q's like flying to hit the wave or is just hit it, based on like what I was testing in practice tool afterwards.
Yeah, maybe. You don't need to.
Yeah.
You don't ever need to fight her early game, especially, right? If she uses her resources on the wave and you're able to kind of RE the wave, she can't move and you're winning. That's a winning play. We know because like neither of you really get to do anything. If that's the case, you're winning.
So how do I know when I can fight or not fight a champion in lane then?
I mean, obviously, if they do something really egregious, you can fight them. Right? If she ever fucks up really bad positioning wise or whatever. But you have to know what the champion does to win, right? So these burst mages and assassins, like, you don't really need to ever fight them, because if you guys don't fight and they can't do anything, you win. That's not going to be true in some matchups. Like if you're playing into, you know, maybe a control mage, or if you're playing into like a scale, like if you're playing into Corki or something, you may need to fight him a little bit. Because if there's no interaction, then he ends up winning as well. And now you get like, you might as well fight him early, right? So it comes down to figuring out what your opponent wants. I kind of call it like oppositional empathy. Being able to kind of put yourself in your opponent's shoes. What do they want to do? Right? If they need to fight, just don't fight them. Right? But if they also kind of want to scale it out, kind of play slow, then you can kind of look for some more interaction. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you know what your opponent wants and needs to do to win, as early and as hard as possible. These were like the biggest things. The game looked a little bit awkward because we weren't too clear on kind of what we had to do to win, I think.
Yeah.
And then we had some like weird kind of thinking about opportunity cost a lot more. Like opportunity cost is the name of the game once you get past, you know, gold or platinum. If you do one thing, what potential things are you losing? Right? If you go bottom for a coin flip kill, how much are you losing mid in terms of prio, waves, plates, etc.? And you can like actually count the numbers of these plays. The one thing that you'll get better at, and the one thing that like really good game sense players are exceptional at, is figuring out like the percentage of their play. Like, oh, if I go bottom, it's like 80% chance we just win. So then you go bottom. And that's something you'll get better at with playing. But like really, if it's a coin flip kill, just you never have to go there. Especially as this kind of champion.
Okay. So you think I'm like trying to force things too hard?
Yeah, or you're just it's not even forcing something, it's just picking a play that doesn't make sense if you can do basic addition. Right? Like why
Oof.
Yeah, I mean like why would you pick the 600 gold down here if you have 550 gold mid plus the XP plus the priority plus all the shit top lane? Right? And it's way easier to do, you can't fuck that up. And they get to, you know, kind of they get the plate and the deny the waves top lane later, which we ended up seeing. Why did that feel awkward? Whenever, again, this is what I mean. When things look awkward, we look back and review it. You even wrote a note on it where you're like, maybe I should TP top here. No, you just don't TP bottom or don't go bottom, and then that never happens. Right? If you never go bottom here, this never happens. And yeah, you kind of look back. Why is the Cali not there? Because she ends up TPing here, and you guys lose so much opportunity. Right? Minion first mental. I'm gonna write that down. Minion first mental. This champion is so good at out-rotating people. This means you have the luxury of making people respond to you, then you punish them because you move faster. If Zoe is moving before you, it's kind of already lost. You just shove the wave and then you look on the other side of the map. If you get to shove the wave and then Zoe comes to this wave and she comes here, then that's when you look bottom, or that's when you look to make the play. There's no excuse for kind of for being in that situation and not making people respond to you as this champion. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They have to respond to you. The only reason they're not responding to you is because you're not doing anything this game. You're kind of just like sitting in river, and there's kind of just a lot of time where you're just doing nothing, kind of just jerking off, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all I want to talk about this game. Do you have any other things you want to look at? Any other questions? Let's see if I missed any. Too many mistakes. You just lose now. Oh, I said this. Yeah, I said this earlier than you did. You held out hope much longer than I did. I think I lost hope at around Soul here-ish. Yeah. At this point, it just looks rough. Should have gone bot for 16, or yeah, you should just make the people respond to you. Here, if instead of just walking into their team AFK, you shove a wave and then they come deal with the wave, and then you get to rotate onto the objective and gain control of the vision and do that. Like, you actually create a man advantage. It's the same thing TF does, but you do it better at this point in the game because you're so much stronger and you can move a little bit easier, right?
And you can actually solo kill people.
Exactly, right? That's why TF is such a good champion. That's why TF is played by like dope and stuff, because he does exactly what I want you to do, but TF doesn't have to survive through lane phase. You survive through lane phase, great, you get to apply so much more pressure.
What happens if they don't respond to you though?
Then you fucking win the game, dude. If they don't respond to you and you get this tower and this tower and this tower, great, right? You get all the objective bounties. There's like 1,000 gold on this tower right now.
Or like if they just win a team fight in mid and run it down, it's like feels kind of bad.
So do you want to like count the gold again? Like, okay, so if they kill, 3, 6, 9, let's say they get I don't know, 1,200 gold from the team fight mid, and then maybe they get a tower, maybe they get this tower, so it's, I don't know, another 300 gold. So they get 1,500 gold. If they leave you here and you get the 1,000 gold that's on this tower, first of all, because it's worth a bunch, and the objective bounties, and you get this tower, and you get like the 3 or 4 or 5 waves, which they're losing the inverse of. So they're going to lose at least like 4 waves in terms of income, right? So we're at, I don't know, we're already at, 410, or sorry, 420, plus this tower, which I don't know, 150, let's say, plus all of the XP, and your Kassadin, you're still winning, right? The only time this wouldn't be worth it is if they're getting like soul or something, but in that case you just go bottom. So if they don't respond to you, you get this and you still get a good rotate, right? Because you get a good flank, you're winning the vision. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean,
so I should like not be leaving my side lanes so much.
No, you should leave the side lane, and that's the win condition, is us leaving the side lane.
Oh,
but you
sorry,
have to get there
like,
first. You have to be
not
in the
leaving
side
it,
lane
but
first.
more like ignoring it. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get there. Yeah. So leaving the side lane is great. Another thing that does is it fits our identity in our fights, because we really don't want to be front to backing. We really don't want to just kind of walk into the enemy team like that, kind of like we did up here. We want to find the ways to flank, right? Imagine we kind of do a 4-1 here where we're bottom, and then your team walks into the fight here, and then you ult up this way and kind of hit their whole backline and everybody dies. Like, that's how we want the fights to go. We can't just not be in the side lane, because first of all, yeah, the people don't respond to us, but if they don't respond to us, great. We get a lot of shit, and we get to enter the fight on our terms. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's just like thinking back to some of my games. It's like the team wants to fight. I'm like, I just want to side lane, but I feel like I can't side lane because we'll lose the game if they fight.
Yeah,
I think it happens later on. Yeah, actually.
Later on in this game?
Yeah,
this game's
I think
already over. It literally doesn't matter. at this point.
Yeah.
No matter what you
There's
do, you already fucked up.
there's a point where it's like I'm level 15 and I just want to go top wave and catch the farm, and the team wants to fight in the top jungle, and then they all die.
Yeah, there's just, I mean, it doesn't actually matter. If you have to fight, you lose. If you're in the side lane, you lose.
Okay, so at this point it's too late.
Yeah, it's already lost. Coach Curtis would call this the review ending mistake. He would call this fight. Because yeah, at this point, like, there's pretty much no line you can play unless their team just mega ints, which it happens, but there's nothing you can really do to facilitate a win at this point. This looked good initially. I don't think it actually matters.
Yeah, so I think this is what I was saying about I go way too in depth into the reviews. Like, it's probably not even worth getting this late.
After you, yeah, I think the review ending mistake, that's something I stole from Curtis. I think that's actually really valuable because it's like there were already so many mistakes by that point that you have plenty of content to go over. Like, it doesn't matter.
So don't worry about like reviewing the entire game. Then just find some stuff to work on.
Yeah.
And then call it there.
Yeah, and it makes sense to work from the beginning, right? So go through the beginning, find the lane phase mistakes, whatever. You're playing Kassadin, it's important you look at the mid and late game. But after the game's lost, say, okay, yeah, I mean, at this point, like, you have so much shit to talk about.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Does that one make sense? Do you have another VOD to look at? Or any other questions on this one?
I don't think so. I do have another one. How much time have you got left?
Let's see when we started. Probably another 20-ish minutes. When did we call?
Okay.
Yeah, another 20-ish minutes or so. 20, 30
minutes. Okay. I don't know how quickly you can do another VOD review.
we might just end a little bit earlier. It's fine. We'll get through. We're gonna be a little bit quicker.
Yeah, because there was a sort of longer, the VOD, the one I was showing you before with the like back door.
Yeah.
That's got some of the like pulling people into the side and rotating, and I think I did better at that than there.
We can cruise through lane fades if you want to look through that one.
Okay. Yeah, I think the lane fade.
Let's see. Which one is this in your match history?
This versus Katarina. See if I can find the scoreline.
Yeah, another thing is you still just don't have that many games played, so the more games the better too.
It's been like really rough though. Like I started with such good like KDA and win rates, and like you compare like my last 10 Kassadin games to like my first 35, or just the average even, like the win rates kind of even, the KDA is not that great. It's just really sad.
Yeah, it can kind of be brutal, but part of that problem, like, you don't want a good win rate or good KDAs, because that means you're not actually playing in your right elo. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like you want it to be 50, 55. You want to be even. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, your games aren't even, they're not appropriate.
Right. So I should be kind of struggling a bit as I get closer to whatever rank then.
Absolutely. Yeah, so if I had to guess, like, you're getting close if you're evening out. You're still not there, but, maybe it's gold 2, maybe it's gold 1, maybe it's pot 4. But, yeah, you're definitely not just piss cruising through this elo anymore.
Yeah,
I was. That is a good thing.
It's kind of sad because like I was cruising through it. Like I double skipped, or I double promoted from like gold 4 to gold 2.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had like I had a really rough early game. The one thing I tried to fight a Warwick early, and that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
So we learned our lesson in that one.
Yeah, that's
And then
tragic.
yeah, and then that put me down to like whatever, like 0 LP in the thing. And then the next game I played my bot lane AFK. It's like,
Yeah.
cool.
Yep. Yeah, and that stuff's annoying. That's what we call noise. Let's see. Yeah, did you link the second game, by the way?
Oh, it did not. It's, I think it's this one.
What's up, MKC? Welcome to the stream, dude. Yeah, we're doing one more VOD. Shout out here.
Speedrun it.
Yeah, we're speedrunning this one. Won't be too in depth, but I mean, the beauty of kind of these first long VODs is usually these fundamental things are they happen most
consistent
of the games,
between the games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like I won't have to be like, yeah, this is same thing. No more free coaching night. I do free coaching. I do a giveaway each week. So if you want to join that, feel free to join my Discord and then just type free coaching in the channel. So Shadow won this. It's an hour-and-a-half session worth $45. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
All
if
right.
there's like a fast forward or something.
So into Katarina. Yeah, this lane's going to be super boring, I hope.
Oh, it's I don't think it is.
Oh my goodness.
Sion doing
Wait,
some
you
stuff.
didn't start W?
No.
Hey, Emsky, I appreciate the follow. Wait, let me see when you leveled your ability. So W is good for invades just because, like, yeah, your champion's not strong level 1, but really auto attacks are just broken level 1, so if you're able to get more auto attacks in, the better it is.
And if your attacks do more damage.
Yeah. Yeah, if you auto W that guy, he just dies. Other than fucking slamming a Q on him. Ah, dude, the flashes. we got a little bit of a flash problem.
Yeah, it's something that I have been working on. Is just like, especially with my old flashes, it's like, my flash is up. Time to alt flash on someone's face.
Alt flash are cool.
So
I don't think I saw you alt flash last game though. I just saw you flash on the 5 HP Zoe. Okay, interesting game so far. All right, so yeah, W is also good in these melee matchups because, like, yeah, she's gonna start Q and she's probably just gonna Q you, but if she steps up, the W is a lot of value. And you can just hold your Q until she Qs, and then you just don't take any damage.
And she pushes the wave.
Yeah, I think I don't actually want her to get prio here. I think I want you to get prio, because what you can do is you can slow build up 3 waves, crash the 3rd one, get some great vision, and then have the rest of the lane be frozen. I think that's a little bit more natural. Okay, also in terms of just layering these minions, you attack this one twice and you never have to worry about it being awkward. Like, they die at kind of natural intervals. Oh no, that also inted it. You attack this one once and then you attack this one once, and now they're all gonna die at the same time.
Okay.
Really weird. Yeah, you so into your own CS. It's tragic. I would have queued the minion at that point. Like, keep those 3 minions. Yeah, no, it's illegal that she's hitting the wave here. Her level 2 is much stronger, but you can beat her level 1 for sure. And now with W, yeah, I would just be trying to crash this wave as hard as possible. If you can crash this one, it's good. If you can crash 3, that's fine too. I'm a little bit scared she might be able to kill you actually if you can crash 3. Why does it look like you have target champions only on?
Oh, I do that. I hold space so like I can walk on the minions without accidentally hitting them.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, just shove. This is a fucking nightmare. I love that ward. That ward was actually very good. Good timing as well. But like we don't know where the jungle's at because he's already on it. I mean, he's probably bot side at this point. Set up more. Don't let catch him the wave. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just shove this wave and let it come back. That trade's scary, but probably not worth sitting out of vision as level 3 Kassadin. Yeah, I mean, there's no point in standing in vision, so like you might as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're kind of chilling. We're standing pretty far up for no reason. There's kind of this idea that like if you know none of these minions are gonna die, which you can kind of see based on what the minions are attacking and how fast yours are dying, just step way back here. You also bait people into shoving faster. They'll think you backed or whatever. Because like imagine you're playing against a good jungler, like a good heavy gank jungler, and they kind of just catch you right here. It's really, really bad. There's no need to stand there, right? You don't actually get anything.
Yeah, lose 2 waves if I die. Especially because I griefed my flash.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so this is actually a matchup where trading is important because if you let her leave and if you permafreeze, she's going to win, right? Probably out trade her. No, you don't. If you take 2 daggers, you lose for sure. So no, you don't.
Okay. I wasn't completely sure because I had Electrocute and I think she had Conqueror, if I remember. I can't.
Yeah,
if
if she procs both daggers, she wins that trade. I think it's super easy for her to weave in 1 or 2 more autos to proc Conqueror if you get hit by the second dagger as well. But yeah, it's just that trade's not worth it. Wait, that's interesting. You hit a circle. Nice. Oh, super cool. Wait, what the fuck happened? Oh yeah, she fucked up her dagger. Yeah, just kill her. Yeah, at this point, she just fucked up her dagger. She this Q is one of the worst Qs I've ever seen from a Katarina, maybe ever. So you just kill her at that point. And maybe, I mean, Katarina's abilities are confusing, so maybe you just didn't quite work how or see how the daggers work, but oh, nice.
I knew she'd do that.
Yeah. Still completely fine. You could have killed her for free, but whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, I hit W when she jumped into me instead of auto W, and she literally lived by an auto attack worth of health.
Yeah, yep. And you just clicked away instead of clicking into her. Like, that's all. Yeah, so you're clicking away here instead of just walking up.
Yeah, I didn't see her health bar because I think it was covered by mine.
Here?
Yeah, I didn't see how low I got her because...
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, at this point, like, she's trading in your minions and everything. Like, you should be able to just kind of... No, well, and this dagger is super important. Because if she can't get on this dagger, she didn't get a reset, she didn't, like... She didn't do the damage, she didn't proc her Conqueror. This dagger is, like, fundamental to her trade pattern. If you know she can't proc it, first of all, clicking onto it's super dumb. Because, like... you know, if she's any other level than level 4, she just kills you. If you go onto it. But, yeah, also, yeah, you could have just killed her. Yeah, yeah. This is accurate note. The 1-for-1's good, but yeah, definitely could have been a 1-for-0. Okay. Also, talking about last game, not knowing what to build Null Magic into, Banshees is broken late game into Zoe because all she can do is sleep. If you just have Banshees, it's like it's like Crown, but I don't hate it.
Yeah, because Kassadin used to have a lot of nice things you could do with like a Null Magic Mantle. Like you could build Old Abyssal and it would give you like the 10% bonus to enemies near you. And it was mana and HP and magic resist. And it was really nice. It feels like there's actually not many nice anti-mage items you can get for the anti-mage.
There's quite a few like just tanky items that fit you really well. Like Gargoyles is super strong in some games. Banshees is super strong in some games. Merchruds are good in some games. Some games you just fucking sell it. I won't lie.
I don't think I've tried Banshees on Kassadin this season. And I don't think it's that bad because it's got like a now magic resist version of Seekers.
Yeah.
And it's way more AP than Sonya's. I think it's like 80 instead of 65.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. And if you're playing into the champion, you know that's like useless late game other than her sleep. Like, yeah, she just can't do her job. Yep. Getting a lot of attention. That's great. Yeah, playing against Kayn, you know, we talk a lot about leaning in mid lane, but playing against Kayn, really, if you're able to stand in the middle and then just kind of ult away, like, yeah, it actually feels better.
I freaking hate Red Kayn though.
Yeah,
That
it's
shit
kind
is
of a mess.
disgusting.
Um. Okay, I kind of just want to see the mid game. At this point, it's important that we're okay.
Bad flashes again.
Oh yeah, you're nowhere near in range.
Yeah, man, it's just like,
If you had E,
that?
if you had E, that would have been okay. But ooh, this is interesting. Yeah, nice, well played. I was scared you're going to ult, but
This is greedy.
Yeah, there are ADs there. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that was a very good K trap. A big part of this is Katarina really wants these types of fights. So if you know Katarina's coming to this, you just kind of opt out of it. Because even if you go over that wall, like you can't really avoid Katarina at that point. And it's
Didn't Katarina have to back?
Yeah, didn't she just walk straight from base, like straight here in this really short line?
Oh yeah, true.
And then like it's
I think
super
I
easy
should
for
have
her
just
to pick up a triple. Yeah, so it's just a little too
take
greedy.
up the karma kill and go.
Yeah. Then she kills,
Yeah, she gets. Yeah.
Scary. All right, so Katarina's what the fuck? Katarina's delusional.
Yeah, she did some weird stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's like not really good to freeze into Katarina because she just roams and ults bot lane, but you know, she doesn't have ult. I mean, I don't think these potions that late. Again, this is the same problems we were having last game. Fucking crazy. Just the thought process. Yeah, the thought process you have to think that you can go even with Katarina if you roam with her is just crazy. And then this is what I mean by respond to you. You shoved the wave first because she wasn't here. Great. And now she shows up. Now you get to leave. Now you can go bottom. And then you can pick up the free double kill. Right? We're just backwards, I think, right now.
Right.
Yeah, just the thought process that would involve that. Doing that was just crazy. Dude, I think you kill her. If she Qs like that, her Q is super important because it sets up her mobility. If she fucks up her Q, you just ult onto her and she dies. Yeah, like she dies here. She has no way to trade with you if you ult onto her. A little off my E range, but great trade. No, you could have killed her.
Yeah, this is why I need other people to look at my review process.
I think, I mean, maybe it's because we haven't played against a lot of Katarinas, but her Q is so fundamental to her movement that if she messes it up, she can't move.
Yeah, I've played the matchup quite a bit, but I haven't actually played the champ, so I don't really know like what's important.
Yeah, at this point you're playing it well. Yep, this is solid. Whenever I tried to go through, whenever I tried to speed it up, something interesting happened. Let's see. Okay, Kha'Zix comes. Yeah, this is beautiful, right? If we're playing in this situation and she can't move and we're pressuring her well and we're winning CS, like, we win this game. Oh, okay, this is really bad.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Yeah, we never want that. We have to go back pretty quick here. Yep. TP top is probably better. Yeah, I don't think you need a TP even. Let's see. Yeah, there's no objective up. Oh yeah, he has Herald. Yeah, I guess you can TP top to stop the Herald if you want. But you don't actually stop the plates. I think you just walk top here. If you TP, he still gets 2 plates. If you walk there, he gets 3 plates. Again, I don't think your TP is worth 1 plate.
Okay.
And maybe you look up there and make the judgment against the tower if you don't TP. But yeah, going mid here is just not good. Oh, you kill Cat, which is nice. Dude, she is crazy. She keeps eating in, like, crazily.
This Katarina was in her promos to plant in this game. She was like
Really?
2 wins.
Wow. That's wild.
It's like if she can get to plat, I think I can.
Yeah, I think it's in reach. I think you could have killed Kate there, but that's okay. Yep, we just leave, we back. At this point, we want to get into a side lane. Oh, we don't back. Just back, please. Yeah, you know you want to get top, but even just in terms of distance, like, compare this line to this line. Yeah. Like, it's just, you're going to lose about 8 seconds for recall. It's fine. Please recall and spend your money.
Yeah.
Lose 8 seconds just because of the recall. Like, yeah, it's crazy. And you're so useless here because you're like low resource and have no items. It's like you're just watching him wail on the minions. He walked back mid. Oh. Just go back. A little hack is if like your jungle ever goes back, just go back with them because that's like insta good tempo.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm even gonna write that down just because like that's a little like cheat way. If your jungle goes back, see if you can go back with them. Boom, insta good tempo. Super free. Yeah, I should have picked up Oracle. Yeah, that's a small thing. It's funny because unless I'm watching an Iron player, I never ever see people overback. You actually cannot overback if you know the rules of backing, like when you can and can't. It's impossible to overback if you just know when you can't back, right? Like you should back on a good wave, you should back whatever. If you know the rules, you can't overback. If there is a good back opportunity, take it. You have to. You have to. Or it's bad tempo.
Okay.
And that was a problem last game. It wasn't as bad last game, but it is a similar problem. That was weird. Wait, what part?
The Katarina. Just the teleport.
She's gone, dude. No, I think you can run her down if you want. I think you could have chased her. She smurfed it. But yeah, this is beautiful what you're doing right here because you shove this wave and then you rotate mid. You walk through. So the play here, I hope you walk through their jungle really sharply. Don't recall. This is so big. Nope, you see Kane. You saw Kane just all over the wall. This is amazing. This is amazing. Because you just keep going. And then you guys get mid priority. And then you guys get this dragon. If you just... Because they can't, like, follow you.
Yeah.
Katarina can, at least. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. You just keep going. Oh, nice. Even better. That's the Kassadin coming out. Here, I think you just stay with them because the dragon's coming up. I don't think you can actually back here. Yeah, you're not allowed to back here. Again, it's just weird tempo. We have to have a little bit better of awareness of what our team's doing. They're applying a lot of pressure here, trying to get this priority, trying to get this dragon. This back is too late. Right, if you wanted to go back, you had to do it earlier.
Okay.
Be more aware of our team, especially our jungle. Maybe tell you that's fine. To match our pressure, or we fall off tempo. Yeah, and then we lose the dragon, and it's just kind of annoying. This champion is selfish, but you be selfish with your team, if that makes any sense at all. It's kind of the same thing on Tryndamere, where like, on Tryndamere, I don't want to see any of my teammates ever, but I have to play with them. Because if I'm applying pressure at weird times or making weird rotations, like you just lose. If you're kind of more conscious of what your team's doing and you make them pick, so now they lose on either you or your team, then that's good. But here, do you think this is good or bad? And then why?
Pretty bad that I'm not looking.
Yeah, it's bad that you're not looking, but what about just being here?
Yeah,
good or bad?
got the 1-3-1 going.
Yeah,
Which is like
1-3-1
insane.
okay.
That is...
Usually this is really hard to do because
Yeah.
it's really hard to do because the exact reason this is bad, you're just too late, right? They're already winning mid before you get any pressure here, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
if you're going to effectively do this, you have to be here 15 seconds earlier. If you can't be here 15 seconds earlier, you have to go mid, right? So this is bad.
Okay,
because you're off
so that's
tempo.
how you know when you should be inside and when you should be with the team.
Yeah, yep. You want to kind of apply the pressure with them. If you can do it in the side lane and flank, great. That means you're doing your job well. But if you can't, like if you're gonna be late, you can't go there. Yeah. Also 1-3-1 in solo queue is like pretty fucking impossible because
Yeah.
like you just can't sync this up between 5 random players that don't know each other. Because you need to be here, and then it would be fine. And then they would just lose both these lanes, and you guys win really hard. But they're gonna get mid. You guys are gonna get a top tier 1, and then you're gonna get a wave. Like it's not good. I hope we rotate, but we'll see what happens. Oh, Kane's here. Wait, what? You just kill him, I think. Really?
Oh, fuck Red Kane, dude.
Yeah, it's annoying, but I think you're up like an entire item on him. Rotating's fine too. Yeah, you do out-rotate him. That's completely fine. Yeah, I feel a little bit blind sometimes when you rotate. But good idea. What are you doing? What are you doing? Holy shit. Okay.
I didn't think they'd see me, so I was waiting out of vision for them to
Gotcha.
run back.
Yeah, that ult was a little bit in.
Yeah.
But nice. You guys should get Baron here. Oh, okay. I'm gonna read that comment. Nice, we get the blue. Okay, we're feeling big. All right. Get a picture for your eyes. Yeah, the Soraka was just so far deep for zero reason. All you can do at this point is try to push out the side wave. Push top, push top, push top. They can respond to you again. If they respond to you instead of doing Baron, you're winning. They're doing Baron, you can't stop it anyways, you might as well get something. Okay, you push top, but again, it's late. Yeah, imagine you push top from the beginning and you're here, and then you get this tower and then you flank from here instead, right? You see how that's much better than having like walk through your front line and have this front to back, like just weird ass positioning. Uh-oh, I hit a button. What did I hit? Okay, we were... Oh, it's not gonna let me get rid of
I think you can just click on that comment even.
True. What is happening? Okay. Ping the back. Yeah, pinging back would have been okay. I don't think there's anything to do here for you. Oh, nice. The fact that he ults you is amazing. Yeah, if we play it slightly better, we win that.
Yeah, my note from this game, or one of them was, if I use my art to dodge Mord Q, then there's no ways he beats me.
Yeah, yep. And it's super good that he ults you and not anybody else. Because you can just ult away from him as well, which is completely fine.
But I had a really funny thing with the Mord ulted me in like their top juggle ones. Like he channeled his ult and then I ulted away into the bush and then he
yeah, that shit's
and he tried to ult
brutal.
me again and I R'd over the wall and he flashed over the wall and, and he was so bad.
Yeah, that's brutal. If Mord's ulting you, I feel like we're winning. Oh my goodness, this guy is huge.
Yeah, that ult was kind of sad. I thought he'd be running away, so I predicted him walking backwards, but he walked forwards, so I missed like my 4 stacked ults.
So this point in the game is really, really important, because if you guys keep losing at this point, the game's going to be over. But you have an opportunity as Kassadin here. What you do is you make them respond to you and you shove this fucking wave. And you're taking your jungler's chickens. Okay, so you know Dragon's up. You have to be shoving mid here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you have to be shoving mid. If you're shoving mid, you guys clear this wave and then get this tower. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of this
to be focused on the waves way more than I am.
Yeah, I think maybe we're scared of... Maybe we're scared. We don't realize how strong we are right now. Maybe you just don't realize that you have to apply pressure. I'm not sure what it is, but you are inting pretty heavy by like... This game's losing right now. You have to do something, especially if you know something's up, right? And your whole team's ready to do shit. You're just taking chickens. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't think you can fight him anymore, especially without death cap. Yep, you get a little nice rotation, which is great because Kane's not going to be here. Oh yeah, if you have a good R. Dude, oh, just R! Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah, I think to stand on top of each other like that, man, that's the playground. Here's R, E, W, Q. Yeah, imagine you... Oh my goodness. That is crazy. Then we have to flash there.
I didn't even have to flash because there was E and there's no way she's getting out. It's just like,
we used...
Like I said, I just see the flashes. I must use the flash.
We played that so incredibly poorly. Between the flash, between like not R'ing under them, between the stopwatch? What was the stopwatch for?
I have no idea.
Yeah, at this point, like, we're feeling strong, but again, we missed our opportunity slightly. The champion is really strong in the mid game. So, like, in the mid game, not strong in that you can just one-shot people and you can't, like, just perma-move like when you're 16. But in the mid game, you can make people respond to you and you can out-rotate them. So if you're not doing that, like, you're not applying the pressure you should be. Here, there's 1,000 gold in this tower. I would just take that tower. Like, you going back here doesn't actually change anything, I don't think. Yeah, no, you're being fucking crazy right now. I think you just take the 1,000 gold on the tower. Objective bounties make this tower worth so much. Because I think, what was it? Last season, when they made this tower worth like 550 for split pushers. And then now there's like a 500 gold objective bounty on it. It's so much money. There we go. Ult by Mort again. Great. You just ult around. Oh, beautiful. Yep. We're so big. Yeah. The one thing that will make our teammates more consistent is if we actually apply pressure in the mid game. We won't be in situations like this where our team is just so useless. The decisions we make impact our teammates pretty heavily. I once boosted an account from Gold 4 to Plat 4. And it had bad MMR, so it was like 35 games, and I had like a 92% win rate. Yeah, and somebody looked back and like, oh man, you said like winning teammates every game. And it's like, yeah, man, like that's kind of what happens if you play well. Like your teammates don't ints. So as Kassadin, you don't get to control the first 10 minutes, but you know, past 10 minutes, there's definitely a lot of opportunity in this game to facilitate better teammates. I think that's a good way. That's a good word. I don't think I've ever said that before, but that's how you should think about it. The plays you make should facilitate positive decisions by the team. Oh, that ult was a little bit impulsive.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have no mana, you just hold it and then hope she either misclicks or maybe you try to look over the wall. Try to run, but a little bit impulsive. Either way, still a winning play. Actually, no, because Sion died here. Still okay. I think you all
probably should have waited out the Sterix.
Yeah, or just if you went mid here, look at how strong this rotation mid is here. You guys get 2 or 3 towers. Kill Mordekaiser. You have your your bot lane that they can't walk into because it's Ashe and Soraka, right?
Yeah.
You guys get an inhib or maybe 2 towers if you just go mid here. So the rotations on this character are super underrated. Alright, I'm curious to see how this next dragon fight goes. I hate bot lane here. I think you just walk top out of base. And then you push top, and if they come to you, great. You know, they come to you, and then you kind of move around them. If they don't come to you, then you get a nice little flank when they're doing the Baron. Because you're not a split pusher, right? You're a side laner. Yeah, nice. Yep. Again, you don't need TP. Like, that's a beautiful play, but you don't need TP to make that happen. You just need to push top.
Okay.
Okay, these two are so annoying. Oh
Yep.
no. Oh no. No shot we get out. That's fucking crazy.
So I get griefed by Riot's 200 years portal design.
I think the portal's not bad. If your R resets, I think you're... Oh.
Riot!
Oh no. Yeah, okay. This is actually a huge problem with these things. If you're too close to them, you can't actually click it. So you have to like be here and then click it. And then like have your character. It's so dumb. Yeah, if you get too close to it, you can't click it. Fuck you, Riot. Yeah, true. Oh, that's so tragic. Yeah, you could have taken the portal earlier too.
Yeah, at least in hindsight.
Oh.
Which is kind of sad.
Yeah, again, this game really I think came down to the mid game. You're playing the late game well. You played lane phase well. I think in the mid game you had some opportunity to facilitate some better team plays and some better teammates.
So my mid game is kind of an issue.
Yeah, I think the mid game is where you're lacking a lot of pressure. Because the late game flanks seem intuitive and stuff, but I want you to kind of think about more applying pressure in the side lane, and I don't want you to split push, right? I don't want you to be like, have the Baron up and then you be down here hitting this tower. Like, that's bad, right? You're not a Scion, you're not a Tryndamere, you're not a Riven. I want you to have this Baron up and you be pushing up here, right? And if they come to you, great. Your team gets control of mid. They get to walk into this objective. If they don't come to you, also great, because you get the beautiful flank angle you love, right? And you get the tower and the waves, whatever. Think a lot more about applying that side lane pressure. It's different than split push pressure. And you want it to be on the same side that the objective's on, usually. Unless you know you just can't fight or can't contest it and you're just trying to farm.
Even if I got like TP up, should I not be split pushing?
No, because you don't need it, and the TP is late. That's something that people don't understand. That's something that like Shen players don't understand. They think that they have to split push all the time because their ult's up, and it's like, if you're the front line, you win the fight if you're just at the fight. Be at the fight. If you ult, it's too late, right? So it's kind of a similar idea. You just win the game if you're applying the right side lane pressure. That's why Electrocute Ignite is so powerful in this champion. You don't actually need TP that much. TP is to get you through lane phase.
Okay.
So in matchups like this, yeah. I mean, do you ever play Ignite?
Sometimes. If it's like a sort of lane where it's like whoever kills the other person
look at this.
pretty much wins.
This. This is the dragon I wanted to see. What the fuck can you do here? There's no pressure you're applying. Where if you're on this tower instead, they can't do the dragon. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
And it's not like there's a good ward. Like you can't even utilize TP even if you had it here. There's no good flank angle. Nothing can substitute for the beauty of being in the side lane. If you're in the side lane, they're all going to collapse on you before they do the dragon, which is great because now your team gets to like actually do like they get to step onto it, right? And I don't think you die. Yeah, so I think we're just in the wrong spot pretty often in the mid and late game. Yeah, I think our lane phase is solid. I think you have some good champion mastery. You're good at this shit you're good at executing on. XD. Good note.
Hey, they went looking for a full build Kassadin. What did they think was going to happen?
Yeah, good note. Yeah, and at this point, the game is going to come down to like one final major wombo combo fight. This is when DP is good. Because you can actually pressure to end the game. Hi Vex, what's up, man? Yeah, I do a weekly coaching giveaway. You can join the Discord to join if you'd like. Giveaway. Yeah, then this is when FKs are really broken. Because if they're going to end, you have to TP, which I think they might. If they can clear the waves, you're fine to keep going, but... Oh, wait. Is this the game you said you backdoor and end?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I forgot. Yeah, if they can stop the backs. Yeah. This is the situation where F keys are, like, beautiful.
Yeah, fight Lichbane instead of Void Staff.
Yeah, Lichbane.
Like, Lichbane with this much AP?
The Scion TP is really troll, but beautiful.
Yeah.
Shit. Beautiful way to close that out. Yeah, so nice way to end that. Wow, this game is a lot easier if we kind of match our tempo with our teammates. We play with our jungles a little bit better. Let me just try to organize my thoughts really quick here.
So like mid game is like my major issue right now.
Yeah. Learning objectives. A lot of it is like kind of the team and lane win condition and role assessment. Just being able to know like what your job is. Know what everyone's job is all of the time. Your lane opponent, your jungles, their jungles, whatever. The higher elo you get, the more important it is you know what every champion does in all of the roles all of the time. You know what I mean? So kind of just identity, wincon, role assessment, that kind of thing.
Right.
And then that's how you can identify some of these plays against the Zoe were poor, right? Or like the play that I was just fucking going crazy about, where the Katarina just, you see she's Mia, she walks away, and you walk with her instead of just shoving away. It's like, that's delusion. You just don't know what the champion does if you think that is a good play, right? So yeah, mid and late game pressure and positioning. And a lot of this comes down to tempo, so this kind of goes hand in hand with this point. Matching our pressure with our team, always being aware of our jungle and what they're trying to do, right? What are the other really big things? Identity stuff, punish misplays, yeah. The math of opportunity cost. Always think about what you can be doing or what other options there are. That's something that's important when we review, because like we look at games and we think there's like, oh, like we couldn't have won this is too good, whatever. There's always a different play you could have done. There's always kind of other things you can set up. So even if you think a play went really bad, it was just unfortunate, like look at legitimately what were you losing for doing this, or what could have been happening, what could have been getting set up, and why.
Try to come up with more than one thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Compare them.
And then you can compare, like, then you can really find why this roam is good or bad, or why this play makes sense. Even if it didn't work this game, if you play that situation out 100 times, you win it 80 times or whatever, right? So kind of being able to be cognizant of all the options and compare the actual numbers of the two will kind of get you on the right track of that part. If you can back, you should. Especially, I keep mistyping especially.
Especially when I was sitting on like 2k gold or more.
Yeah, like you're like half resource, you have no mana, you have like 2k gold, and then you go top to go like look at the Mordekaiser hit your tower. Like that's weird. So yeah, if your jungle backs too, it's just pretty easy tempo. Mid late game pressuring. For this, I'm gonna look. Facilitate good team plays. I cannot type. Facilitate good team plays and good teammates. Yeah, I think those are the biggest things. Minion, first mental, apply good side lane pressure. We're not a split pusher. We want to have people respond to us, and we want good flanks. Good, sharp, angled flanks. We don't want to just be wailing on towers. We want people to come to us, and then we can just out-rotate them, or we want to just get good flanks into the fight anyways.
But Kassadin can split push, right?
Yeah, a little bit. But your job is to have people respond to you, or the really good flanks, right? And
okay,
if their team isn't doing anything and you get the tower, great. But you're not looking to like be a Fiora, right? It's not your job. You don't do Fiora's job better than Fiora, or Tryndamere, or whatever, or Sion, right? And there's a little bit of a difference. Like all mid laners go to the side lane, but there's a big difference between like split pushing and side laning and catching a wave. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, I think these are the big things I got. Do you have any questions on that?
What would you recommend for homework?
Yeah, the biggest thing is like work on backing more with your jungle. Like, oh yeah, another big thing I was gonna talk about is just camera panning.
Okay, so you think I should start trying to use F keys a bit? Yeah,
ideally. You don't have to if it's uncomfortable for you or whatever, but that's like the ideal situation.
Oh, I tried to have like my sensor camera is like on C, so I'm trying to use Zed. I think Zed was support, X was top, and V's jungle. So
okay, yeah, that's big.
Maybe I can just start with jungle even, so it's like just the key next to that's
center
camera.
That's the big one. That's going to be the big one. So So yeah, mini-map awareness is good, but it should trigger to pan your camera. And then yeah, in terms of actual homework, yeah, I think camera panning is important. And next time I see you, I want to see you like match your pressure with your teammates better. Match your pressure with your teammates better, especially around your jungle. Back with him, roam with him, make plays at the same time as him, even if they're in different spots. So they kind of have to pick the breakpoints. Yeah, so
be in the side lane more, and then
yeah,
like
minion versus
either.
mental. In that, deal with the wave first. Be in the side lane more. Punish the wave mid lane earlier, right? If they leave, or if you know they're backing or whatever. Catch it as early as you can, that kind of thing. Match your pressure, camera panning, minion first mental. And then yeah, like all of this stuff is stuff that I'll kind of look at next time I talk to you. You know, whether it's in boot camp or whatever.
Cool.
But yeah, that's all I got, man. You got anything?
I'm good. Thanks, Jamie.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks for your time.
Yes, sir. Let me know how it goes. Send me some DMs. Keep me updated.
Yeah, hopefully we've ended the lost streak. I just
Yeah, hopefully.
gotta get my freaking roll, dude.
Yeah, it's tragic, dude. Mid lane's just anti-fun.
5 games in a row, I get off roll to top.
Yeah, it's rough.
Well, the last one I did get like my first pentakill of the season, so
Not bad. All right.
it was actually really bad. We were 14k ahead, and they almost came back.
Oh man, I almost lost. Okay, this is really embarrassing to say out loud.
Check the gold graph on that latest game.
Oh, is this the one? Oh
yeah.
Shit. Don't we have a gold graph?
Yeah, it's team analysis, golden kill, and then you can change it to team gold advantage.
Oh wow!
Look at that!
Wow, that's crazy. Was this the pentakill right here?
Yeah, I had to pentakill them and end.
Sheesh, yeah, beautiful stuff. I almost lost my second 4v5 last night. Where we were the 5.
Ooh.
Yeah, my second one for the season. It would have been rough. My whole team wanted to lose.
I mean, that game pretty much was a 4v5. The Vex didn't get a kill the entire game.
Oh yeah, that's fucking brutal. That's brutal, dude.
Zeri was the only thing holding their team together, honestly.
That matchup is Vex. It's crazy. I don't know, man. Alright, I appreciate it though. I'm gonna go run to the store before getting some solo queue in, dude. Have a blessed night, dude. I appreciate it, man.
Good luck.
Catch you around. Yeah. Cheers, dude. Let me know if you have any questions. Yeah. Peace.
Will do. Thanks.